Hi folks, Terry back with Terry's O-Gauge Trains, and what you're looking at is the motor from that MARX Canadian Pacific that arrived Saturday, that arrived dead as a hammer. As you remember from last night's video, I had fixed the loose wheel on it, but that was this wheel here, but the wheel split, and when I was putting on, I guess from age or whatever, had a defect. So I went through my parts box. I didn't have any pre-war wheels that were geared, but I did have this post-war with the Baldwin driver. So it has 3 pre-war wheels and 1 post-war, but I can live with that. And as far as the motor itself, I put a new headlight in it. It didn't have a headlight when it came. And the E-unit, the coil for the E-unit, I tested it, it was shot. It was no power. And the way MARX wired these is power from the pickup, from the rail, center rail, comes up through this wire. And then there's a wire that goes here to the light, which I have disconnected for the coil. It energizes the coil, travels through the E-unit and to the motor. If that coil goes bad, it's an open circuit, no power gets to the motor. Now you have 2 options. You can either put a new E-unit in, which means taking the wheels off, splitting the cases, pulling it out, and it's a lot of effort to do that. A simpler way is to just bypass it. And the way you do that is you cut this wire here at the top of the coil that goes to the light and is tied into power. Then you cut the wires for the E-unit, the 3 wires. You have 3 wires. 2 go to either side of the coil, 1 goes to the brush plate. Once they're removed, you take this side of the E-unit, this side of the coil, the front side of the coil goes to the brush plate. Back side of the coil comes around and goes directly to power. That locks it in forward and the E-unit will run. And it also actually increases motor power by 10% since it's not going through that E-unit anymore. So I just want to give a quick demonstration, let you see how it is running now. The motor is up and running. So I'm going to pause here and we'll let you see that. Alright, so we're back and we're ready to start it, and zoom zoom. As you can see, that motor is running absolutely perfectly. Forward only, but it is running. Is it original? Nope. It's got 1 post-war wheel and 3 pre-war wheels. The unit's been bypassed, runs forward, but the point is, when it came here, it was dead. It was destined for the parts bin. It is now a working, usable motor. So all I gotta do now is get the shell back on it, and I'll have a running Canadian Pacific locomotive. So I hope you enjoyed following along, watching as I was getting this running. I thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and comment, and subscribe. And that's going to be it for this. As I said, back from the dead, a MARX pre-war Canadian Pacific. And thanks again for watching.